Hi guys, eating right most of the time, eating well is very important in life. जो आप अपने अंदर डाल रहे हो वही आप बनते हो, तो एक तरह से it's very important. But for me, a good diet is very hard, and that is why I'm sharing this video with you. In most videos I tell you things based on my experience, जो मैंने लाइफ में सीखा है वो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, राइट, और आप वो सुनते हो. लेकिन ये वीडियो जो है ना, इसमें मैं इतना श्योर विकेट पे नहीं हूँ कि भाई, क्योंकि आई एम नो एक्सपर्ट इन ईटिंग वेल, तो आई एम नॉट ओनली गोइंग टू गिव यू थिंग्स आई हैव लर्नड or things that I think about when it comes to good eating and what are the issues with it, and I also want your feedback. मैं आपसे भी इस बार सीखना चाहता हूँ, स्पेशली उन लोगों से जो लोग अपना खाने पीने का ध्यान रखते हैं, who are quite reasonably fit or slim people. I want to know from them कि आप अपना वेट कैसे मेंटेन करते हो, what has worked for you, what doesn't work for you. It's not just for me, as you know, a lot of viewers see the comments also. I encourage viewers actually, especially this video पे, because people who adopt certain practices, आप लोग क्या करते हो अच्छा खाने के लिए, I would really like to learn, and I will tell you what I have kind of learned so far which has worked for me, because I've seen some improvements in my health in the last 2 years because of certain changes I've made, So I'm not someone who has mastered my diet at all. I go through phases, and I hope there will be no more phases now. I think Corona has made us all pause and made us think about what is important, and one of the things is health, and I don't want to go through that phase in life where I'm just eating badly again. But I have historically, in my history or in my life, I have had phases. I have told in many videos I had 50 to 100 events a year kind of phase for many years, which means 50 to 100 cities, traveling hundreds of flights every year, bad habits of sleeping, bad habits of eating, कहीं भी रह लिया, कहीं भी सो लिया. It's difficult, and so lockdown phase में थोड़ा मैंने ध्यान दिया, and here's what I have realized. Firstly, diet जो है, a few days diet doesn't work. जितनी भी अच्छी डाइट हो, अगर हो ना कि नेक्स्ट 7 days ऐसे खाएंगे, 10 days, इट डजंट वर्क. इट्स एक्चुअली क्वाइट स्टूपिड, बिकॉज ज़िंदगी रोज़ जी जाती है. लाइफ इज़ लिव्ड एवरी डे, नॉट फॉर अ फ्यू डेज़. तो फ्यू डेज़ डाइट करके होने क्या वाला है. नाउ ओकेजनल फास्ट आर ओके. इसमें एक एक्सेप्शन है कि कभी कभी आप व्रत रख सकते हो, लाइक जैसे हमारे रिलीजन में व्रत होता है, वैसे यू कैन जस्ट डू ऑल्सो अ डाइट बेस्ड फास्ट. इट हेल्प्स रीसेट your hunger. I think it gives rest to your digestive system. I've also heard it cleans up your blood circulation and all those things, which I'm not really 100% sure, but there is some science for it. But definitely it helps reset your hunger, it calms your digestive system down. So some occasional fasting is okay, but in general, whatever diet you adopt has to be for life. तो ऐसी इतनी मुश्किल डाइट होनी ही नहीं चाहिए कि वो पूरी ज़िंदगी ना रख सको. दैट मीन्स पूरी लाइफ वाली. अब पूरी लाइफ का मतलब है लाइफ में तो फन इज़ ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट, राइट, एंड फन इन्वॉल्व्स फूड. सम फूड इज़ फन, एंड फूड इज़ वन ऑफ द बिग जॉयज ऑफ लाइफ. It's so tasty, some of the nice things, it really makes life, it brings you a lot of pleasure and happiness at least in the short term. So कोई भी डाइट ऐसी नहीं हो सकती जिसमें there is no fun, which means it has no bad foods in it. That is not a diet for life. It is a diet maximum for a few days, and you will break it. You will not be able to sustain it, right? Most people, unless you're some exception or something, right? So I think overall a diet must have some fun in it, but a diet should also give you results. I mean, if a diet is only fun eating, then you will not get results. It should make sure that you helps keep your weight under control and makes you a healthier person. तो कोई भी डाइट है, आई थिंक उसका गोल होना चाहिए टू बी लाइक 80% good eating and 20% fun eating, and I think that kind of diet can still work. 80% of time आप अच्छा खाते हो, लेकिन you know कि 20% of the time you can eat other things that you used to eat and find really love and crave, and it's not good for you, but it's still something you can have kabhi kabhi, right? But overall your calorie intake has to be managed. It's the basic principle, arithmetic. जितना you burn उससे utna hi you can eat, and if you want to lose weight you have to eat a little less. If you eat more you will gain weight, so things like that. Counting calories works well. In my case it works well. There are some apps like MyFitnessPal, and there are many other apps now you can do calorie counting apps, and you put in basically उसमें सब डालो क्या क्या आपने खाया दिन में, and it tells you also based on your weight, your goal, your age, everything, it will tell you कि कितना आप खा सकते हो calories, and then you put in how much you've eaten and how much you exercise, so burn whatever calories you burnt, it's added back, and it does work. It helps you lose weight. But I'll tell you one thing, calorie counting can get very tedious, it gets very difficult, and it becomes very restrictive sometimes, and you can do it for a while, but you can do it for several months, and it has worked for me. What I ideally want to do is not putting calories in an app, but naturally managing what I eat. So uske liye what I feel what works normally is 2 meals a day. जो कहते हैं breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 meals is normally not very good. Maximum you should have one big meal, and the second meal also should be light. You know, if you have to eat a snack or a little thing, you can somewhere, but generally one big meal and one lighter one. Lots of green vegetables, lot of vegetables in your food, not the fried vegetables. Fried bhindi is not, or like, you know, French fries is not a vegetable, even though potatoes are a vegetable. But like, you know, as uncooked or boiled or roasted or like whatever, a lot of vegetables have to be there most of the time in your things. Protein has to be there. If you eat non-veg, it's great. If you don't eat non-veg, that's also great. Nowadays many options are available, you just have to look for it. Protein sources for vegetarian people, non-veg people, you'll find them. And sugar, junk food, drinking alcohol, as less as possible. I'm not saying zero, it's not possible, but very few times. Very few means very few, and very few doesn't mean you know, sugar very few तो आज sugar, alcohol very few तो कल alcohol, परसों chips, उसके अगले दिन ये, ऐसे ये नहीं कि रोज़ एक पार्टी नहीं होगी. वो जो unhealthy eating है, that is just limited to you know, 1, 2, max 3 meals a week, that too in reasonable amounts, right? And then the best thing is to weekly check your weight. If you check your weight weekly, you know कि वो जो needle है वो ज़्यादा बढ़ गया, तो that means you were not keeping that 80-20 balance, right? You were eating too much junk food. And if you are in the target, or like you're doing better than your target, then maybe you can relax a little bit also. All these diets, keto diet, South Beach diet, paleo diet, मुझे बस मार ही डालो diet, ये diets जो है ना, they don't work for me, you know. But I don't want to be keto for life, and there are people like that, and I know I have friends उनके लिए keto has worked, and I'm not denying that they are great for them, but it doesn't work for me. मैं अपनी बात कर रहा हूँ. So you also will see what works for you and what doesn't. I have enough rules and constraints and headaches in life. अब एक और कि ये खा सकते हो, ये नहीं खा सकते, ये खा सकते हो, ये नहीं खा सकते, ये सुबह खा सकते हो, ये शाम को खा सकते हो. I can't do all that. You know, you just eat the good stuff most of the time, bad stuff less of the time. That's really it. Track it week to week and try and go in and catch the proper trend. You know, some things just stop completely though. I think eating things out of a packet, something that has been मसालेदार कुछ महीनों से रखा हुआ है, highly processed junk, that should just leave it. You know, it's not worth it, right? Like I said in the beginning, I want people's views. ये मेरे ख्यालात हैं. Those who have conquered this well, those who understand food and diet and fitness well, please put in the comments below for me and for others what you do right. ठीक है, there's no need to be modest. अगर आप किसी चीज़ में अच्छे हो तो हो यार, हमें भी सिखाओ कुछ, हमने आपको कुछ सिखाया, आप भी हमें कुछ सिखाओ. एंड व्यूअर्स, प्लीज़ सी द कमेंट्स बिलो, एंड इफ किसी का अच्छा कमेंट है, किसी ने अच्छे से डिस्क्राइब किया, प्लीज़ लाइक इट, you know, compliment them. You know, let's make this community of being the best you. That's the title sub series of these videos. That's the playlist. You'll find all my videos like this in Be the Best You.